So here I am at the end of 3 months in Israel. Oh my God, where has the time gone? So it's actually been a really good week this week. We had friends from home visiting, Gemma and Joe. Gemma's a very old family friend of mine, and she's also really good friends with Lucy and Lee and Emma, who are my friends here now. So we all hung out together, and their other friend Joe was visiting as well, who I hadn't met before, but now I have. And we actually had a really lovely week, going to lots of nice restaurants, doing some nice walks, having a few drinks. So it's been really fun, and actually I was really lucky that Joe went home a couple of days early, so Gemma said did I want to come and have her breakfast for 2 days at the Hilton, which is where they were staying, because Gemma works in hotels and she knew someone and they got a good price. Anyway, so I feel very fortunate and very privileged to have had 2 breakfasts at the Hilton, and I did go swimming in the pool all day yesterday, so thank you very much for that. And we went to a very cool bar called Secret Garden, which was in the Tachana. Well, actually it was just outside. It was actually quite hard to find. It was quite secret, which was really fun. And then we were very naughty, and I'm definitely going to get in trouble for saying this, but we had a cheeky McDonald's on the way home, because it's a real novelty to be able to have kosher meat in the McDonald's. And then we all just started discussing after, but it actually was so good. And we also went to a very cool restaurant bar called Port Said, and it's actually have this amazing sort of tapas type food. And one of the things I had was this sweet potato, where you literally, it's called sweet potato, you eat with your hands, and it literally just gives you a potato and then a lump of sour cream and a lump of sea salt, and you literally just dip it in the sour cream, dip it in the sea salt, and then just eat it. Really cool. Yeah, and also I actually went to an art event through one of our former Ulpan students, a lady called Nadine, who's from Paris, and she's actually a very well-respected, well-renowned sort of art expert, and she'd written a book about L'École de Paris and the Jewish artists from 19 something to 1936. And she was doing a talk at Sotheby's, and she invited us all. So actually in the end only I ended up going, because Teresa wasn't well, and then Anna and Laura were coming, but they got totally lost for an hour and kept texting me, and I was sending them just directions and a WhatsApp location, and they literally couldn't find it. But it was very, very interesting, and Catherine, another Ulpan student who's also left, was also there, so I did know one person. And it was really cool. I mean, Sotheby's is Sotheby's, and I really felt like I was in a very cultural environment. I think I was the youngest one there. But it was an interesting way of doing a talk, because Nadine spoke in French, and then someone translated with a very thick French accent, and then someone else was speaking in Hebrew from another museum, and someone had to translate that into English. And then there was the granddaughter of a famous artist who was there, and she spoke with a very, very heavy Eastern European accent. So all in all, it was quite hard to follow, and also I don't actually know anything much about art, but I did find out that any artists with the name Mark who are Jewish around that era, Mark Chagall, it's quite likely their original real name was Mordechai. So I thought that was very interesting. So yeah, that was a fun evening, and really cool to do something different and very cultural, and I was really appreciative to be there. So yeah, and actually I'm now on my way to a networking event. My friend Simeon, well, I'm not entirely sure what it is, but he works for a law firm, he does marketing, and he said that they're having some sort of event, networking event on their rooftop for tech people, and it might be, interesting for me to come. And I was like, rooftop networking, yes please, I like these kinds of things. So I've dressed up smartish, just finished Ulpan, which is going well, and we are kind of really getting into the past tense, very exciting, and yeah, feeling good. I'm actually feeling good about the Ulpan at the moment. I really understood today what was being explained, and I felt very positive about that. It's hard, getting the balance is hard in the class, because there's people who are much faster, people who are much slower. I think I'm pretty much in the middle, so I'm actually okay, but I can understand where other people are finding it difficult either way. But what can you do? This is, we're all grown-ups, we all learn at different speeds, we all depends how much studying you do. Some people do more, some people do less. I definitely am in the less category, but I'm going to try and do more. And we're actually going to be having an introduction of a test once a week, which we actually asked for. Oh God, I never thought I would be on a group of people who are asking for tests, but anyway, so that should be interesting. So yeah, that's kind of like my summary of this week. But really, all in all, 3 months in, it's just, I don't know where the time's gone. I'm having a really good time. My work, the conference I'm working on is in 2 weeks. That's actually hotting up quite a lot. It's Rosh Hashanah soon. So we'll see what's going to happen in the next couple of weeks. It's going to be very busy and really great. And I'm just really feel still, this has just been, you know, an amazing 3 months, and I can't wait for the next. Oh, and also I meant to say, look, can you see my hair is blowing in the breeze? There's actually a bit of a breeze now. So it's really like changed everything, that you can sort of go outside and not be sweating all the time. And actually I feel in another couple of weeks I might even need a cardigan. Whoa. So that is really big news from Israel.